Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. So a while back, I made a bunch of ATCs with watercolor, and then I went over them with colored permanent marker and did neurographic art. I did a set of ATCs with the first batch, and those were my favorite ones. And then these are the ones that are left over, and I need to make them look amazing. So I'm using Elena's printables again today because they're just too damn cute not to use, and I absolutely love them. I think that is quite apparent at this point. But these little heads are so perfect for ATCs, and I just thought these would be really fun. So I put on the movie Emma, and I finished the whole thing. That's how long this actually took me. It took me a long time, but I was just enjoying myself. It's a rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. It's cold, it's windy, it's rainy. I need to watch Clue. That is my go-to for a rainy day. I watch Clue all the time. As you know, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, Jackson gets a little offended when I watch it without him on a rainy day. It's all in good fun. He's not serious. I mean, maybe he is a little bit. YOLO. So I have these artist trading cards, which are 2.5 by 3.5 pieces of art, or 2.5 by 3.5 inches, I guess I should have said, pieces of art. And they're super fun. They're wicked cool, and you can trade them. You can make them for yourself. You can send them in Happy Mail, all kinds of fun stuff. So what I decided to do today was take my artist trading cards, add some black and white, around the edges, just a little bit here and there, just to break it up. And then I'm going to do, I already showed it. I ended up taking my Dr. Martin's iridescent ink, and it's calligraphy ink, actually. And it's beautiful, and I love it, and it dries fast. I think I got mine at Hobby Lobby. I've had it for at least 2 years, and I still have a ton of it left. I use it all the time. I absolutely adore it. So I just put a little puddle, you can see there, on my parchment paper, and then I was just really messily putting the edges through it and kind of angling my card. You can see there I'm angling it forward a little bit. That gets a little bit more ink on it. And yeah, I'm just going around the whole edge and putting some gold around it. I don't know, just for fun, and it adds a little something besides the ink that we always put around the edges, the like ink pad ink, you know what I mean? Plus gold, like hello, we're bougie up in here. We need some gold in our life. So I really love the way it turned out. I think it looks really fun, and you'll see. You'll see. There's two, I'm looking at them right now. There's two that I want to add a little something else to later, but I think they're cute as is as well. So now I'm just using my heat gun to hold, well, I'm using my fingers to hold the little pieces down, but I'm just speeding up the process and drying that ink on the edges. It dries really fast anyways, but I'm impatient and I wanted to move on. So just adding a little heat to speed up the process. They're pretty much dry at this point. They did buckle a little bit, but once I stick them in a sleeve and put them in my book, they'll flatten right out. Not a problem. Not a problem at all, so I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to set those aside and work on the other ones. I actually have 2 left over. I only did 4. I don't know why, but I did. So I have 2 more to work on. I actually want to do some more. So I didn't even use watercolor paper. I just used white cardstock, and I just took some watercolor. You can use any kind that you want, from the Dollar Tree, from whatever, and just watercolor on some cardstock. It's basically like doing a watercolor masterboard, really. You can add dots or circles or lines, squiggly marks, or just do like I did, where I did different blobs of color. And the other ones I did, I think, had more like several colors in it, because I picked my favorites first. So I definitely want to do another masterboard doing this. I mean, is it really a master? I guess it is a masterboard. Yeah, it's super fun. And then I really like doing the neurographic art over the top. It is my jam. I do neurographic art on the daily, you guys. I am serious. It helps with my anxiety. I really like it. I like completely zone out, and I really feel like like I calm down, my blood pressure goes down, you know what I mean? And I just zone out. And besides the fact that I absolutely adore neurographic art, I think it's the best. But I think there's something to that science behind it about it calming you down and stuff, because it does for me. And I think, I know some people are a little frustrated. I've seen like in my Facebook group and some comments left that theirs doesn't look very good or whatnot. And here's the thing that I have learned from it. One, the more you do it, the better you get. That's just how it is with things in life. Okay. But it's true. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are, the more you relax and just kind of chill. And then, the second part is don't get discouraged and actually finish your piece. If you see people make like a mandala, and, I used to watch those videos all the time of like time lapses of people doing them, creating one. And there's parts where I was like, oh my gosh, I would give up at this point because like they went outside of the line or one circle wasn't as big as the other circle or whatever. And I instinctively thought in my head, oh my gosh, I would totally give up. But this person didn't. And by the end of the mandala, you couldn't even tell that anything was wrong with it, that they went out of the lines at the beginning or that circle is smaller than the other. So I guess my point to that is just finish it and see what you think about it. After that. And then, come back to it the next day. And if you see things you want to fix it. But especially when you're cutting them up for an ATC and stuff, who cares if they're perfect or not? You know what I mean? And I really mean that. I know that's hard for me to say because I tend to be pretty OCD about my perfectionism, but just keep with it. So what I was doing there a second ago is I was using a little like ball tool that they use to put like designs on fingernails and stuff. And I was just adding some little flecks and dots of gold in the neurographic art just to kind of bring it all together and add a little something in there. So it wasn't just the flat. Oh, did you hear my throat just made a little bubble sound? That was awkward. Forget you heard that. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's just what I did there. Cause I feel like it kind of brought it all together, if you will. So I'm trying to pick girls that kind of, I really wanted like opposite of what the colors they are. So I wanted them to kind of clash with the background. And I also didn't want, like, some of them have blue and I have that blue one. I didn't want them to blend in too much. I really like adding contrasting colors when I do things like this. So that's what I'm doing there. Gluing them all down. This was a fun part for me. This, the decorating part. I mean, the whole thing was fun, but like adding the faces and stuff. Oh my gosh. Love it. Also, I'm really loving that cake decorating tool. It's really nice. You can like swipe a whole section with that thing. And it's like flexible because you don't want it to be super stiff. I'm such a child. I can't even say that. When you're making cakes and stuff. So it has a little bit of flexibility to it, but not like too much, which I think is actually great for us, especially people who are heavy-handed. You might not press down so hard. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? I love these girls. Elena, these are the best little images. I absolutely love them. They are so much fun. So now I'm just continuing to add the little heads, and then I'm going to go through and add the quotes. And I'm using the Tim Holtz Small Talk Snarky quotes. They are hands down my favorite. I can put them in the description box down below if you would like to have a link to those. I am an Amazon affiliate, so every time you purchase something or go and visit the link that I put, I do get a small kickback for that. So I really appreciate your support. I love these quotes. I can't wait for you to see. So at the end of this, I'm going to post a picture of all 4 of them so you can read what the quotes say and all that kind of stuff. But gosh, I love the snarky quotes. They are the best. They are just the best. And I'm so proud of myself for using these artist trading cards that I created. They weren't my favorite, and I knew that if I just created on top of them and added some fun art pieces that I would enjoy them a lot more. And I do. I absolutely love the way these turned out. They look so good. And I had an absolute blast creating these. I really did. I mean, watching a movie on a rainy day and crafting is like the ideal for this girl. I love it. I live for it. So much fun. So I did 2 with black background writing and background writing. What am I even saying? Oh my gosh. I got too relaxed doing this craft. I can't even think. Get it together, woman. I used black words and then I used 2 with white words just to, you know, break it up a little bit. Because these are like, I guess, technically like a set. So I would mark on the back 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, 4 of 4, if that makes sense. But these are just for me. I put them in my notebook. I usually just add the date. But when it's a set, sometimes I do add those. How stinking cute are these? I could sit here and look through these words forever. I do wish that there were more smaller sentences because I tend to use those up right away, like short sentences, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I like to use them on like ATCs and stuff. But so you can see on one of them that I have the one that's right above the one I'm working on right now. There are some black lines at the top. So on these words, there's like leftover, so like the word doesn't take up the whole strip, so you have to cut off some of that blank space of the words. So instead of just throwing out those black pieces, I incorporated them into 2 of the ATCs as some kind of abstract art. So those are the pieces that were going to go in the trash that I actually cut off the end of the word. Oh, I did it on that one too. Yeah. All right, guys. So now I'm just going to go through. I'm going to take my gold one more time and my little tool and just kind of go over the areas that, well, I started there just to dip my card in. Then I was like, no, I don't need to do that. I just need to cover the parts that I went over the gold. So I'm adding the gold on top of those elements. So the gold looks like it's going all the way around. And those pieces don't look like they're going to hop off my ATC, if that makes sense. So, all right, guys, let's conclude this video for the day. I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun. I really, really encourage you to try neurographic art, turn them into ATCs, paint on some cardstock or watercolor paper, chop them up and make all kinds of art pieces with them. Tags, bookmarks, corner pieces for your journals, tabs on your journals, greeting cards, you name it, you can make it. I believe in you and I know you can do it. Don't forget to drink some water, stay hydrated, it's super important. Give this video a like because it helps me out more than you know, and this girl appreciates it, let me tell you. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!